See, selectors, they have done a job. They're given. See, he's not a bad guy. He's an experienced guy. Ajit Tarka has played a lot of cricket. He's a chairman of selectors. Then Rahul Dravid is genius.
Yeah.
So then the captain Rohit Sharma. So all would have put their thoughts into side, because this is the best opportunity for India to win, because home side and the billion people who are backing you and Kohli is favoring. So you are already one step ahead than other teams.
Yeah.
You have to be. If I'm playing in Sri Lanka with the support and everything, the condition, we are one step ahead than any other country. Always I looked upon Arjuna as a captain and say, what can I do now? You tell me. So that's the only opinion. And then he said, don't worry, I will handle it. You do what I say. So I was completely what he says, I did. So he only handled all the occasions and everything, what to do, what to decide. And Arjuna is something powerful person, and also very, very confident person.
Sure.
And he will no bend to any other cricket captains or any other umpires or any other boards, or he doesn't care about it, and he cares about his team.
He began playing cricket as a medium pacer, but spun his way to becoming one of the greatest cricketers in the history of the game. With 800 wickets in Test and 534 wickets in ODI, he is the highest wicket taker in the world. We have with us Muttiah Muralitharan and actor Madhur Mittal, who is going to be reprising his role in the biopic 800. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I want to start off asking you, when was the first idea of, making this biopic come? How did this happen? I mean, if you could just take us through the journey.
It's a coincidence, because I didn't have any idea of taking a movie or writing a book or anything. So when Venkat Prabhu is the director in South, so he's a little childhood friend for my wife. So I have a foundation called Foundation of Goodness in Sri Lanka. So we did it in '98 with my manager. So he went to visit with some Indian friends to see that, how to help in that foundation. So then my manager called me and said that he wants to talk to my wife, because they are friends.
Yeah.
Because they lived same street.
Sure.
In Chennai. So when he called and said, we said on the way you come to house and have lunch. So Sripati was assistant, and few other people came with him, the manager, and just we chatting and after lunch. And he saw the trophy room and everything. Then he is always fond of getting cricket movies. Chennai 6 and something, 28 or something, big movie in they did it in like gully cricket, they're playing in the thing. So that was a big hit. So he asked me, I was not little, my manager said, okay, fine, if you want to. So then it was started like that. And then he came back, and Sripati is supposed to write it. And he came to Sri Lanka and writing the story. So one year was writing, and then he and the producer didn't go well with Venkat Prabhu. So Venkat Prabhu, then he dropped it.
Right.
Something happened, because then also he had more movies coming to him, and because it's a long shot, this movie was. So after that, Sripati was writing it, and I didn't want to. Yes, I said, you finish it.
Right.
At least something. So then only Vijay Sethupathi entered. We got him, and Suresh Production from they started, and then this all episode happened.
Correct.
So both walked out, and then because I told Vijay Sethupathi not to add, because he has a lot of movies, so he can jeopardize his career.
Yeah.
So then only we found a new company, and Sripati, and then they were casting, and then only got Madhur as a cast. And then I said, whatever you think is right, it's director's choice, not my choice who to act and who not to act. Then only they got him as a. This is what started because it's a 5-year journey. Then tsunami, you know, the 2 years of COVID also we couldn't do anything. So it's a movie also went in so many battles. Then it took in crisis of when Sri Lanka, when you're shooting, we didn't stop. So they want to finish it, so somehow finished it.
Madhur, were you ever, by your friends or anyone, were you ever told that you look like Sir?
No, not really, but we've all grown up watching him. And, you know, like Sir said, the film has had a very tumultuous sort of start, and there's a lot of people who took the project up and then couldn't do it for various reasons. And though I just consider it that it was my destiny to be, be lucky enough to play a character like Sir's, such a legend. And we've all grown up watching him. Growing up in the 90s, you couldn't escape the fear of people like Sachin Tendulkar, Muttiah Muralitharan, and Sana Jayasuriya and the likes. I read the script for the first time. My friends at the casting group, Mr. Kavish Sinha and his associate Akshay sent me the script for the first time, and he told me that this is a lot more than just a sports biopic. And when I read it, surely enough, it was that. It's a lot of cultural background and socio-political background, and an entire journey that the country goes through, that Sir's character goes through. So it was really a lot of fun trying to explore that, and quite challenging in a lot of ways. Like Sir said, we shot in Sri Lanka, for example, when the country was going through a lot of hardships and economic crisis and everything. And so shooting there for so many months during that time, getting all the support from all the Sri Lankan crew, it was incredible to see how those people pulled through for us. So it's been a very challenging stop-start sort of journey for the film, but finally we're at the end, and hopefully we've made something worthy of Sir's real life.
So, but usually, when we see biopics being made, at least in India, what happens is the people try to stay away from the so-called controversies or things which might not show the person in a good light. When we see the trailer of 800, we see everything, right, from the inclusion of LTT or the chucking incident that happened in your life. Was there a reason that you wanted to include these parts, or did you ever have say, okay, I don't want this or I want this? Was there your say?
See, when you're taking a biopic, you have to be honest and truthful. There will be politicians, will be so many people dislikes and likes. I can't make a movie to suit them, like, and make them very happy. I'm very happy. It is not the truth.
Sure.
So we have to reveal the truth. See what happened behind the scene on cricket. So I have achieved something, and how did I went through with my family, country, and own struggles. So these has to be put it in a right way and tell the truth, what really it is. Because actually some things don't know. See, this movie, because you can have a movie for about 2.5 hours and 2:45. Actually, almost in tsunami incident, I got caught. We shot also everything, but we can't include in the movie. When it comes to script, some things
have to be left out.
Like that, some small things are left out. But important thing is lead to how as a character, how I did it, and this is what I really wanted Sripati. That's why I told Sripati, it's not a story that I told him or not. There are things, I also don't know what happened behind. When they're selecting Arjun Ranatunga, what he spoke, what Aravinda thinks about me, what other people thinks about me, what happened those days. Because only for me also in life, like when I'm facing a checking episode or something in between, right, I see in a one angle. And one angle only, they will keep it because I'm young, 22. So they are handling more things behind Arjuna and them. So those are, even I don't know. They don't want to tell me because I will get pressure or whatever. they take it in themselves and put it. So that's the way my life is, because so I wanted him to, it took 2 years to research. He went to first ever when my grandfather came from India.
Yeah.
That house where they lived, my father is born, that also there.
Is a part. Yeah.
It's like similar way, it has
Yeah.
not changed.
Yeah.
It's there. So everything he has gone through, so credit goes to the director, because what he saw, he has to come into my life to understand me, because somebody write a script and one best director in the country is directing, but he will read the story and he will try to imitate. But if you don't go into that character and known about you,
Yeah.
so 2 years he knew about me, he wrote it, and we had the script in my hand, and that has been changed into by Shreyan Karnaratna from one writer, and properly put it in a Sri Lankan way. Because when perspective you see, it will come like Sripati is little bit South Indian flair will come.
Sure.
So they want to mix the flair of Sri Lankan flair. So both together put the script,
Yeah.
and then coaching and everything, how the
Came
scenes
together,
has
yeah.
to come, it has done by totally. So credit goes to Sripati, has done last 5 years only this project.
Yeah.
It's very hard work, and I think it's truly what happened. Even one scene I say, because we were trying to get this trailer when you are launching before censor board. We have to apply for the censor board. So when we apply the censor board, there are things like, when you met the LTTE, censor board know it's true or not. We have to give the documents.
Sure.
So I was with UN and everything, went with UN, so the documents are there. You have to submit to the censor board. It's a true one, because they don't want to just to, it is not a, it's
Yeah,
a
just to-
biopic.
yeah.
They were responsible because my image and the people who are the whatever image. So it's biopics are not easy.
Yeah.
Censor board to everything. So it's all credit go to Sripati, and we have come in a long way, and he has done justice
Yeah.
for the movie. Thing is, everyone asks me that, did you coach him? Honestly, I'm telling you, it's the honest thing. I met one time in Leela, before we acting, and he was a little bit nervous, and he was telling me at the time that it's very big shoes to fill on 2 years. I said, you are a fine actor, you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
Just don't try to copy me.
Yeah.
Don't try to copy me.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Just you better make sure that you go with your flow and what you think, and don't put pressure on yourself, and go and act.
Yeah.
So as well, and honestly I'm saying, after that I saw him only in Candy when near my house they were shooting. I went and met him. That's all. There is nothing. All his talent. He has acted this bowling action. I didn't even know. Maybe Sripati would have told it has to come like this and everything. But I never helped, even in the bowling action or whatever. It looks similar. He's done really well to the movie. So I think he's very talented, but he's been not utilized from the industry properly, because he's a characterical actor rather than a commercial.
Yeah.
Commercials are different people. So I think in future, definitely, if everything goes well, he will get good opportunities.
Very
Yeah.
kind.
I just want to briefly, like he
But
touched
just,
upon.
if you wouldn't mind, on the last question that you asked, I think it takes a very big person to open doors like that.
Sure.
And then it takes a certain amount of graciousness and generosity to open doors and let people in and let them explore even say the more controversial sides of your life. And if you see the film, you'll realize that at no point has the writing tried to unnecessarily glorify him
or whitewash.
Yes, exactly not. And so for the person who the film is being made on to give you that permission and not be so secure in his own shoes, take some doing. Not everybody, sure, we've read about sports films made in the past where certain things people didn't want to come out and blah blah blah. So In this film, that's not the case, and I think all that credit, of course, goes to Shripati, the director who put in so much time and research, and Shehan Bhai and everyone else. But I think the onus rests on him, and when he gives you that permission, then of course you can go ahead and explore those sites. So, yeah, I think he's far too modest too.
If I could just take you back to the incident that happened in Australia, the chucking incident. When the chips were down, what was your thought process? I mean, because the entire world was supporting you. I remember, I think Richie Bena sir was on the commentary box, and he said that this is not done. Sir Don Badman came out and said this is the worst umpiring that I've seen in my life. As a cricketer who was going through this, what was going on in your mind at that time?
See, I was so young, 22. So then I was a little bit shocked. So what's going on? So always I looked upon Arjuna as a captain and say, what can I do now? You tell me. So that's the only opinion. And then he said, don't worry, I will handle it. You do what I say. So I was completely what he says, I did. So he only handled all the occasions and everything, what to do, what to decide. And Arjuna is something powerful person, and also very, very confident person.
Sure.
And he will no bend to any other cricket captains or any other umpires or any other boards, or he doesn't care about it, and he cares about his team. And one good thing is about him is he's really I've seen more. I played under many captains.
Yeah.
I never play under not because he helped me, because he will stand for your teammates, fight with others, and take the ship. So that's what he is. So his character is like that. So I think when I started, even he only, I think you will see in the reveal in the movie how I got into the team. I don't want to reveal now. So he was like a father figure to me when I came, and I played under him like 10 years out of 19 years, 10 years under him.
Yeah.
So whatever he said only I did, and I followed his footpath, and I was very successful because he protected me always. And also for him, whole country was behind, all teammates were behind in that incident. So why not? And also I lived in hostel, age of 6 to 18. We are with 600 students were there in hostel itself, and 3,000 students in the school, and Catholic, and we were taught discipline, and we were very, very, anything we can adapt. So that kind of a mindset I had when I was younger. So that also helped, and other people, everyone supported me.
Sure.
So then my mind was clear that I follow what Arjuna says and go for the testers and prove them I am okay.
The big game, the World Cup is coming, the big tournament is coming in. Sri Lanka literally had to play the qualifiers. What do you think? Because from being the world champions in '96 and you were a part of the team to playing the qualifiers, what do you think is happening right now with the Sri Lankan team, the current Sri Lankan team?
See, we had great players. So the players didn't come like that because Arjuna made those players. It's Arjuna's generation, then also continued a little bit.
Yeah.
Even Mayala, when Arjuna's time only came, Sangakkara came also little bit Arjuna, but after that. So the generation that played under Arjuna, his guidance put tremendous willpower to the players, and two decades we would say we were second to Australia.
Yeah.
We won a World Cup, 3 World Cups, T20 runners up, Asia Cups 5 times, so many trophies, so many things, achievements we did as a team. So you can't, 2 decades we had, the West Indies had that, 70s and 80s. So something goes wrong and can't come back, West Indies not the same thing now. Sri Lanka going in that space, I think. So not because of anything else. So that space going, but still hope and believe that this younger generation will turn into. Cricket has changed into that generation to this generation. Their attitudes are changed. Everything is changed. World is changed. Game is changed. So come to that factor, it will take some time for smaller country like with a financially very struggling country. Cricket is an expensive game. So we can't blame anyone, but it is the cost will take them, and some resilient cricketers will come in future and can make records again.
Right.
So that will happen. So now it's going in a space, that difficult space.
Right. It's too early to predict, but if we had four of your teams who you see in the semi-finals, who would you pick? Because the squads are announced, most of the squads are announced.
Always subcontinent teams have a better chance in playing in the conditions. But other two teams were like, India, Pakistan will be commendable sides. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh can be dark horses. Afghan, like these three teams can do something, but never know. But in, if we say part of Asia, out of Asia, I would say two strongest teams are Australia and England. Right. So it could be Australia, England, India, Pakistan can be in the four, but cricket is unpredictable.
Right.
Something can happen. Favors this four, but it can change.
Right. One interesting thing that had happened is, because Indian pitches or Indian, in the Indian subcontinent, you see it favors the spinners. The Indian cricket team was announced yesterday, and it didn't have bowlers like Ravichandran Ashwin and Yuzvendra Chahal, the off spinners. The off spinners are missing.
See, we can't just see selectors. They have done a job. They're given. See, he's not a bad guy. He's an experienced guy. Ajit Ayaka has played a lot of cricket. He's a chairman of selectors. Then Rahul Dravid is genius.
Yeah.
So then the captain Rohit Sharma. So all would have put their thoughts into side, because this is the best opportunity for India to win, because home side and final, the billion people who are backing you and crowd is favoring. So you are already one step ahead than other teams.
Yeah.
You have to be. If I'm playing in Sri Lanka with the support and everything, the condition, we are one step ahead than any other country.
Correct.
So same advantage now I have. When you come to selections, it's ifs and buts. See, media can say something. He can say, I have an opinion. You have an opinion. If you're going to fulfill 1,000 people's opinion, you won't be able to select a seat. So you have to be very clever. The job is given to selector of chairman. There will be 2-3 selectors. There will be the head coach. There will be the captain. These 5 people, majority favors, they will come to say. So ifs and buts, like Ashwin is a great bowler, one of the best spinners, and Chahal also very good. But I heard Chahal has not played one-day cricket even domestically. So how could selector will pick? You have to keep on playing in domestic. If you're not playing international cricket, that's the law of when we play.
Yeah.
If you don't play domestic international cricket, you dropped, you go back to your first class cricket and you have to play and get into the form and come back. T20 is different.
Yeah.
He's playing Indian Premier League. T20 is different. One-day cricket is different.
Yeah.
So you have to play that format.
Yeah.
When you T20, you are playing well and you can ask the player to select him the captain. So if he doesn't play, I don't know. That's what I heard. So selectors should have omitted him because his performance is not there in one day. So automatically other people come ahead, because Ashwin has played one-day cricket domestically also. And other two guys are Akshar Patel and Jadeja is automatic choice. And Kuldeep Officer, because Chahal has not played, he needed a wrist spinner. So they have picked Kuldeep. Then between Akshay and Ashwin, variation wise, if I ask, form wise I don't know, variation wise I would have gone to Ashwin. But maybe those 5 people who are judging the people would have thought Akshay has done really well. It is unfair to not to give him a chance because of the variation. I don't want to put it him. He has done better than Ashwin in that format, batting and bowling.
Sure.
So they should have picked. So that is the mechanism there. So we have to, whatever they have put it, see, now it's finished. Team has put, right? You as a media, you are Indian. Everyone's Indian. Please back that side. That side is going to take your flag in the World Cup. Important is back them. Don't moan about what happened is gone.
Yeah.
Think about what's going to happen in future. That's my...
One question that I'd like to ask is the format. That's the ODI format. And there has been a lot of questions raised about the future of ODI cricket. You know, right now the Asia Cup is going on, and a match like India-Pakistan also, there was not much crowd, which we saw back in Sri Lanka. Is there something that can be done to kind of promote this format? Because obviously with the T20 coming in, everybody wanted quick results, quick games, shorter format.
See, but what I prefer is India-Pakistan match in Pallekele. The tickets are very expensive.
Okay.
Sri Lanka is going in a financial crisis. People want to come and watch. They can't afford to pay 5,000 rupees and come in the normal ticket.
Yeah.
And if you say in the stand, it's about 40,000-50,000 Sri Lankan rupees. So one person's salary, they will come to a match. So it is not possible because Pakistan Cricket Board has put the price, because they only own that, put the price up.
Yeah.
That's why even Sri Lanka match was not crowded. Sri Lanka was playing was Bangladesh.
Yeah.
So normally you get 1 day's full house in Sri Lanka. So everywhere, 1 day the interest is there. See, what I think is in cricket format, what you have to do is T20 also important, 1 day also important, test also important. You have to not to play too much cricket on all format. Because T20 has played too much, you will see in another 5 years time, people won't not interested, because all over the world the leagues are happening.
Yeah.
Which leagues to play?
Yeah.
See, that is going to be a problem, right? Then 1 day cricket, they have to limit. Test cricket, so everything you have to give a honest, right time, and if you divide it properly, this format will go very well.
Right. On that note, thank you so much, and looking forward for 800, and congratulations.
Okay, thanks a lot.